Yo, what's up, you guys? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing, representing my squad as always. Today we're going over an update on just like a deck that's been through so many changes. Gym Knights is just like my favorite fusion deck. I'm not really big on fusions, like I love rituals personally, but this is my favorite fusion deck. It's been through so many changes. I recall back, it was like 2011 or 10 when I had like in 2010, I thought I had like the perfect build for this deck. Like I was like, I'm not changing anything. No, it was 2011 when I found the perfect build. I thought that this deck would never change. And then 7 years later, like I don't even know how many variations I went through. I went through more variations of this deck than I have on Heralds at this point. Like I did the Link Spam, the Rock Stun with Kawaki Maru's, Ties of the Brethren, Berry Statue, just all kinds of crazy stuff. You guys just have to look up my Gym Knight content. Like I play this deck faithfully, just like Heralds. But this is the FTK variant. I was laughing at the ban list. I said this in my video, even in my deck profile when I topped with this deck at San Antonio Regionals and got 10th place. I was like, the FTK didn't go anywhere. They hit Master Diamond, that's cute. Like you still FTK. You didn't even actually need 2 Master Diamonds. You can just loop 1. And some people are figuring out other ways to do it. You don't need Glow Up Bulb or anything. I promise you, bro. You can do it with 1 Master Diamond. So let's hop into the deck profile. And this is speaking from experience, by the way. It's just not just, just talking just to talk. So 3 Black Dragons. Black Dragon is busted. Yeah, back when Ogre was really popular, he stopped your stuff from being ogred because your rocks cannot be destroyed by any card effects at all. He's 3k booty, 25 attacker, Missus Radiant turns him into a beater or a wall. He summons himself from grave as many times as you possibly can. He searches like a freaking master plan on heroin. Like he's busted. Like if you have Black Dragon and a way to get a Gym Knight fusion, you can win. And you can FTK off of 1 Predaplant. Like, bro, you Predaplant, you do your full combo, you Missus Radiant, you Zirconia, Black Dragon, Goblin, you Goblin, extra normal your Lapis, and then you use Crystal Rolls, banish your Zirconia, special Crystal Rolls, activate his effect, Foolish, go into Phantom Quartz, you win the duel. Predaplant, 1 card combo, I said it, bro. Like, it's just busted. Black Dragon is all you really need, because you're going to search your fusion regardless. And then we have 3 Rescue Rabbits. Rescue Rabbit is definitely like one of the win cons. Like Rabbit, Black Dragon, that's all you need. Say no mas, you win the duel. And yeah, we know hand traps exist, but I'm going to show you when we get into the spells exactly what we got for hand traps. Then we have 3 Lone Fire Blossoms. This is your turbo card. Lone Fire or even Scorpio himself, you're going to win the duel, bro. Hands down. Like a smart player would try to effect Veiler this because it's that good. Like people are like, no, I'm going to hold the Ash. Like, this dude tried to hold an Ash for me, and I gamed him. He showed me he had the Ash. I used this to search for Gym Knight Fusion. And I already had Black Dragon in hand. I masked Black Dragon Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Goblin. There was nothing he could Ash Blossom. Even when I summoned my Phantom Quartz, he chose not to Ash Blossom me. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, this makes people think you're playing like Light Swarms, Dino Turbo, whatever it is. Like, Predaplants are just busted. Like, I would never not play that plant engine. Something different. I'm playing 1 Cobra now. I was always playing 2, remember? Because, like, I hate the fact that if I draw this card that I'm going to lose. Yes, it's a low percentage, but I play, like, if there's any risk at all, I'm going to try to mitigate or even supplement for whatever that is because I don't want to lose to myself. But I cut it down to 1 now because the deck's been getting a lot more consistent, a lot more aggressive, and I'm making Skull Dread out of bad hands now. Like, I couldn't figure out the formula before how to Skull Dread when your hand's back. Because, like, people say, oh, you Skull Dread, put this back into your deck. But I'm like, how do you Skull Dread without the Predaplants? That doesn't make sense. If this is in my hand, I can't make Skull Dread. I figured out how to do it off of a Rescue Rabbit. So you can just Rescue Rabbit into a Skull Dread now. Like, there's ways you could do it. But, like, ultimately, you just Skull Dread this back now. So, like, now I'm like, you know what, fine. I'm just going to play 1. And it kind of just decreased the chance of bricking because, like, when you play 2, you got to realize you're playing 2 because you don't want to draw it, but at the same time, you're increasing your chance to draw it. So it's like it's a necessary evil sometimes. And then 3 Gem Armadillo. You actually don't need to play 3, but I need to maximize on my cards that replace themselves. Like, the Predaplants replace themselves. Rabbit replaces itself. Black Dragon. What I'm saying is I need to be able to play cards that will, when they leave, when they go somewhere, they'll replenish a resource that was expended. I need to keep 4 or 5 cards in my hand at all times because if I get hand trapped and I don't have the answer, I need enough resources to push for next turn because I can wall up with Black Dragon and he's really hard to deal with for a lot of decks. And then we have 3 Obsidians. Obsidian is broken. Like, bro, Obsidian is amazing. You link spam because of him. Like, if you check up some of my older content on Gym Knights, I showcase a 3-card combo, Gym Armadillo, Brilliant Fusion, Gym Knight Fusion, where you summon triple Firewall, all of them co-link, Tri-Gate. Yeah, Firewall, Tri-Gate, Firewall, Firewall. Baguska right here. Freaking, you choose Block Dragon or Barrier Statue. You search Barrier Statue of Droughts off of Block Dragon, special it from your hand off of Firewall. But if you feel like that's not good enough, you just summon the Baguska. Baguska's Earth. You just overlay the Barrier Statue. It's stupid, bro. Like, you have to see my Gym Knight content. But the only reason why stuff like that's possible is because of Obsidian. And then we have 3 Lazulis. Lazuli replaces, like I said, you need to play cards that replace themselves with another card. It's like, think of it like little Stratoses. Like, if I play a card from hand, it needs to, like, something else better go back into my hand. Like, I need it. Like, that's the way I play this deck. Like, I don't want to play it to where if I get hand trapped, I have 2 cards in hand. I want to be like, you hand trap me, I still have a full hand. I'm going to make the best board I can make depending on the circumstance of which hand trap hindered my play. If you draw and lockbirded me, I'm going to summon as many nightmares as I possibly can. That's why I thought about playing Griffin at one point in time, because somebody trolled me. I still could have done a full nightmare board off of that because I already resolved Block Dragon. So, like, it just depends. But, like, this replaces itself. That's what's important. You can loop this. You can use 3 of them and then put 2 of them back off Phantom Quartz and then use the other 2. So you can resolve Lazuli 5 times in one game, in one turn. Then we have 3 Garnets. Garnet is just here because he actually is a 2400 beater under Mrs. Radiant, which matters. 24 is huge. He's a beater, period, by himself. It ain't even about beating over Kandina. Yeah, Trickstars might struggle, but they're playing Sky Striker engine now. They don't have a problem get over big monsters. The point is, I wanted the best vanilla because it didn't matter the attribute. It didn't matter the type, because if you look at my extra deck, I don't summon any of the fusions that require a specific type of monster. I just summon the ones that say Gym Knight plus this, Gym Knight plus Rock, 3 Gym Knights, Gym Knight plus Lapis. Like, they specific names, not by types. That's the way I play my Gym Knights. Like the Topaz, Tourmaline, they're Prismar, they're cute. Like, you can win without them, it's guaranteed. And then the 1 Lapis, because this is all you need, bro. You don't play Pot of Desires, you don't need it, I promise you. Pot of Desires will rape you more than it'll pay off. Because think of it this way, if you banish 1 Obsidian and 1 Lazuli, you're probably not going to be able to do the FTK if you have a bad hand. So it's so important. You can't banish the Cobra, you can't banish too many Lazulis, you can't banish Obsidians, you can't banish your Rose. Like, there's 1-ups that are super important, so you don't play Desires. Like, that's why you play 1 Lapis. And then to sum up the 1-ups, we have 1 Crystal Rose, MVP. You can play 2, but sometimes when you draw it, you can just resolve Black Dragon like this. Armadillo, Obsidian, Lazuli. Extra normal summon off of Goblin, normal summon Armadillo. Search whatever monster you were missing anyways. And then I do play Goblinberg. A lot of people question me on this. By playing Goblinberg, your Predator Plant engine fulfills so many different categories and niches. Like, it's so flexible. It does 3 jobs for you. It gets your fusion, it gets Block Dragon, and it loads up your grave for Block Dragon, and it makes a Mrs. Radiant. So, like, that's 4 different things that get done off of 1. It just does so much work for you just by playing a target for MX Saber Invoker. Because you got to think, Invoker plus this, that's already 2 Earths. You link with your Zirconia, you go into Mrs. Radiant, bam. You don't link with your Zirconia. You make your Mrs. Radiant, and then you resolve your Brilliant Fusion, you dump another Earth, bam. You already got food for Block Dragon so he can eat. So that's it for your monsters. No hand traps. People ask me why. Bro, I top with this deck. I got 10 plays. I played no hand traps. I didn't even play good cards. The best card I played was Spear Mode. I was playing 3 Spear Modes and 2 of the Water Time Lord because Dracos weren't banned yet. So, like, dude, you don't even need it. I was OTKing going second and FTKing going first. And I went second 6 rounds out of, what, 9, I think? It was just too broken. Spells. 3 Gem Knight Fusion. You don't even need 3. You could loop 1, but drawing this, it just does, like I was saying with the Predator Plane, it does a lot of work for you. Because now, you don't even need to resolve Phantom Quartz Effect to search. If they Ash Blossom it, that's just, like, kudos to you. Now I know that you can't Ash anything else that I do. So it's really important to sometimes just draw this. Like, draw this. Any fusion plus a Predator Plant is overkill. It's overkill. Predator Plant alone, you gotta, you do a lot of work. You waste a lot of extra deck monsters to do it, but you can FTK out Predator Plant. Remember, I told you. All you do, you Mrs. Radiant, you fuse, you summon Block Dragon, you link, you go Goblin. Goblin Chainlink 2, Block Dragon Chainlink 1, you discard, it's crazy. You end up bringing out Crystal Rose, and then you get your extra normal summon for Goblin. You link those 2. Crystal Rose turns into a gem. You Phantom Quartz, you win the duel. Like, Predaplant, 2 broken. It's like the best card to draw. Then we have 3 Brilliant Fusion. When you already have Block Dragon in your hand, when I say this does not matter, it literally does not matter. All it is going to do is just going to bait the Ash Blossom, and that's all you care about. Now you'll be like, I don't even need to use Goblin, because I only summon Goblin to mask my Block Dragon as Chain Link 1 so that they don't negate Block Dragon. If they negate Block Dragon, I can't FTK more than likely unless I already have like double Obsidian and or unless I already have like a Lazuli and an Obsidian or 2 of either one plus the Lapis. Because if I can't search Lapis, I'm not making Lapis Lazuli and I'm not FTKing. So like that's the only way to stop this deck. You got to Ash Blossom Block Dragon. But if you play your cards right, you can always make them Chain Link 1. They can never negate them. 3 Unexpected Dies, broken. And like I was saying, this is Ash bait. Like if you have Block Dragon in your hand, you just play this. They're Ash Blossoming, that's fine. It doesn't even hurt. But Brilliant is broken, bro. Brilliant plus any one of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then we have to count the rabbit, right? 15, 16, 17. We have to count the Predaplants. Brilliant plus any one of the other 23 cards in your deck that synchronize with it is an FTK. So opening Brilliant is just stupid. You win, bro. 3 Unexpected Dies because you actually need to turbo out sometimes your Phantom Quartz first before you do anything. And also, this plus a Predaplant is overkill. Like almost any card plus Predaplant is just stupid. Like any important card, like Predaplant Rescue Rabbit, get your extra normal summon from Goblin, normal summon Rescue Rabbit, Predaplant Rescue Rabbit game, Rescue Rabbit Gem Knight Fusion, Rescue Rabbit Brilliant Fusion game, like so many different combinations. All the FTKs are 2-card combos, all of them. There's no 3-card combos, so you can have 3 horribly crappy cards, and the other 2 just gotta be combo pieces like Predaplant, Brilliant, Block Dragon, Rescue Rabbit. You can even have like just Gem Armadillo plus Unexpected Die. Like Unexpected Die is just, it's too good. It makes your hand so much better. It's awesome, bro. And then like that way, you don't even have to use Goblin to get the extra gem on field. You can just link with the gem that you summon off this, and then the fusion that you made off Brilliant, it's just busted. Then remember what I was telling you, this is what we're doing for hand traps. Impermanence doesn't stop this deck. If they impermanence your Phantom Quartz, you make another one and you use his effect anyways. It's too easy, I promise you. You call by the grave, Joan Lockbird or Ash. Ghost Ogre does nothing to this deck. Nobody plays a Winter Cherry's Target for this deck because it died. Banlist killed it. I was laughing when they did the banlist. Then we have 3 Drag Down into the Grave. So you play this first. If this is in your hand, you want to set your good spells, you play this first. Like, you look at your opponent's hand, they see yours. Normally, like, I did this one time where I resolved this, they saw my hand, they scooped. Like, they saw what I had, and they're like, no, I'm not playing through that. Like, this is information. It lets you know what hand traps they have. And if they have no hand traps, it doesn't even matter what you discard. You can just discard their best card just to make them salty. And then you don't ask them for a response after that. You speed play so that we don't waste time. I'm going to respect you and not waste time so we go into, what, timing around on turn 1, game 1? No, we're not doing that. So this is insane. It just, the information, you know what you're playing, you know if they have a hand trap. If they have Ash Blossom and a Droll, discard the Droll. You could play around Ash, no problem. But if you open this and this, you win, bro. Like, you win. They will discard this. That's the cute thing. They're going to discard this. You keep all your other combo pieces. Like, you play 6 of these. Think of it. People play 3 Ash and 3 Droll. You have just as high as a chance to open up with one of these as they do to open up with the Ash or a Droll. And most people aren't godly. Most people don't open Ash and Droll. But if they open only one of them, this takes care of it, and this is just icing on the cake at that point. And then we have Foolish Burial. It acts as utility. It sends Lazuli to add back a resource. It can send Block Dragon. It can send Crystal Rose. It can send, like, whatever you need it to be. It's very versatile. It just sends whatever you were missing. It helps a lot, too. It's like, if you have this in Brilliant, if they Ash your Brilliant, you play this in Block Dragon, you win the duel anyway. So it's amazing. All the spells are awesome. I wouldn't cut any of them. The extra deck. We have Master Diamond. RIP, my boys at 1. I can't make True King of All Calamities no more. That's sad. Then we have Lady Brilliant Diamond. You play her because when you do the loop that I was explaining in my last video, I don't have like basic rulings on Phantom Quartz on the way he works, but in my eyes, the way I see it, just common sense, if you're trying to use Phantom Quartz to summon a Gem Knight that requires 3 materials, you have to have another valid target. And what I'm saying is, the way I FTK, I Phantom Quartz, put this back, and then summon it back. Like, you can do that. You have to have a legitimate target. Like, if you have only 1 Zirconia, you can't put your Zirconia back and then summon it back out. because Zirconia was only the only legitimate target. You see what I'm saying? So like it makes a lot of sense. It's just like when you're trying to activate Lumina, you can't Lumina discard Light Sword, especially that same one. You have to have a valid target. So that's why I play Lady Brilliant Diamond, because like if I ever get hit with that kind of ruling where they're like, well, Master Diamond's at 1, you can't put it back and then resummon it. You have to have a valid target already. And I'll say Lady Brilliant Diamond is a valid target. She has 3 Gem Knights. That's the requirement. 3 Gem Knights, 3 Gem Knights. And that's how you FTK. And I got somebody, a really good friend of mine who's a judge for a lot of events in Houston, that explained that to me. And that's why I play her now, because he was telling me, he was like, you can't loop this and then resummon it. You already have the valid target. So I was like, all right, we'll play Lady Brilliant Diamond. Now we just FTK with 1 Master Diamond. You Master Diamond, you hard summon him, you hard summon Lazulis, you use your Phantom Quartz, loop him back, resummon him, game them. That's how you do it. There's so many different other ways you could do it. You can go the Glow Up Bowl, Cloud Castle route. You can do all kinds of stuff with this deck. This deck is awesome. 2 Zirconians, really important. It's just how you make him. It requires a rock. You got to dump Block Dragon sometimes. Also, other times, under Mrs. Radiant and with Block Dragon on field, this is a lot of pressure. Yeah, beaters that can't be destroyed. You're just swinging over a lot of stuff. Zirconia is amazing. He's the easiest fusion to make. Then we have 2 Lapis Lazuli. All you need is 2. You summon 1, send the other. You use their effect 3 times. It's really good. Then we, for links, we have 2 Phantom Quartz. Phantom Quartz is awesome. You can even loop 1 with the other. You just shuffle it back. He's a Gem Knight, so you can recycle him, another Gem Knight, summon your Master Diamond, and that way you have another Phantom Quartz if anything happens to you. Really busted, bro. Like, awesome. 1 Mrs. Radiant. This is for aggressive pushes or your Predaplant. But if you don't have Predaplant, you save this for your pushes so that you can OTK. Because like sometimes your opponent will hand trap, and that's the beauty of this deck. When you're going second, your opponent will shut down your FTK. You do that so you can bait out their negations and their interference and disruptions. After that, it's just pure beatdown. You just attack over everything. You summon beaters that are 3,400 attack, 3,500 attack, 36. Brilliant Diamond comes out 3,900 attack, and you just swing over everything that they have. You beat over Borload. And then you have Goblin, Unicorn, Small Nightmare Package, Gym Nightmares. That's what I call this, Gym Nightmares. You have Curious. Curious is awesome. Not to send like random stuff. You send Block Dragon. So because we play Curious, you can also FTK off of Rescue Rabbit as long as you have another gym in your hand. It has to be a Gym Knight specifically for the fusion material. Because you can use Phantom Quartz and you end up going Phantom Quartz, this, Link Spider, turn Link Spider, this and this, into Curious, send Block Dragon, FTK after that. Really busted. So Curious makes your bad hands like FTKs. You can FTK all the time. Like, I've never really played this deck and not FTK'd. So like, if I played this deck and I didn't FTK, I wouldn't be used to it. I would be like salty, like this doesn't make sense. I always FTK this deck. Then we have Link Spider. It enables your Curious a lot easier. You just link off your vanilla into Link Spider. You summon Zirconia. You just link off the Phantom Quartz, that, and boom, you make Curious, you win. You have to have Rescue Rabbit plus just a Gym Knight monster. You Rescue Rabbit plus a rock. So if it's Gym Armadillo, that helps. And then you have Skull Dread, because Skull Dread's another way to mass Block Dragon. You go Skull Dread, Chain Link 2, draw 4. They're going to ash it. They have to. You know, they don't want you to draw 4. But it doesn't matter because you're going to resolve Block Dragon and win anyways. And then 1 Mimic Saber Invoker makes your Predaplant fill up so many different categories. Like I said, it does so much work for you. That concludes the deck profile, you guys. Definitely know. Let me know what your honest opinion and feedback is on the deck. I was so crazy about the spells that like look at their hand. I was gonna bring DD Designator back, bro. Like I'm thinking about bringing this back to the meta, the forefront of the meta. Because let's be real, going second, you're gonna know what to call. You can call like whatever they searched. You know that they searched it. You look at their hand, you get information, and then you banish it right. When you're going first and you're FTKing, think of the hand trap that would stop your hand. If you're like, okay, Ash Blossom doesn't matter, I can mask my Chain Links. Then you're like, the only other hand trap that would matter is Droll. Impermanence does nothing. So you activate this, you look at their hand, you're calling Droll. If you call it wrong, but you see their hand and you know what they have, you call it wrong, yeah, you have to banish a card from your hand, right? Now you know they don't have Droll. You FTK them. So I was thinking about playing this too, like just for spice. I don't know. I'm still like, I changed this deck so much. I do want to give a shout out to Pockies. I'm not sponsoring them and I'm not advertising. I'm just telling you guys that not too long ago, Pockies changed my life because I didn't know they existed. Now I know they're real. I freaking love these things. I didn't even know what they were, bro, but I love Pockies. This is no advertisement. This is not a sponsorship. This is not propaganda. I'm just telling you guys I love Pocky. All right, that's all I have for the video. God bless you. Make good choices. Don't hurt your brain cells. Stay tuned for the next video because I'm uploading like maybe 8 profiles until I fall asleep. Peace.